Good afternoon, Queen City. This is Herman McKinney Jr. with DDT Real Estate Investment Company coming at you today with video number 6. And before I get started with the content, as usual, I do want to give you our contact information. So if you want to reach out to us, you certainly can. Our phone number is 704 659 5199, and our website address is www.ddtrealestate.com. Well, today I want to talk about a article that I read on the web sometime last week, and it was about a housing scam that's going on here in Charlotte. Now, while it's not something that's very prevalent, it is something that I think that you need to be aware of and be concerned about. So the situation is this. A gentleman who lives in Atlanta, so his primary residence is in Atlanta, has a home in a neighborhood here in Charlotte called Fountain Grove. So for those of you that are familiar with the Fountain Grove neighborhood, it's a community in the university area or University City area of Charlotte. And those homes in that neighborhood, are usually running around $300,000 in terms of price point. So anyway, so this guy in Atlanta gets alerted by his neighbors that there's some activity going on at his house, and the neighbor says, "Hey, did you hire some contractors or something's going on at your house that you maybe need to know about?" And the guy said, "No, I don't have anything going on. I didn't hire any contractors." So after doing some investigation, the gentleman in Atlanta found out that someone actually sold his home from underneath him for $9,000. That's right, a $300,000 something house got sold for $9,000. So how does this happen? Well, obviously, this house was targeted, I believe, because it was vacant and there's no activity going on whatsoever. These housing scammers produce a fraudulent deed or quitclaim deed to the Register of Deeds here in Mecklenburg County, and he basically sold the house from underneath this legitimate owner for $9,000 to some trust company or some other entity. And they were planning to move in or move furniture out and maybe possibly rent out the house to someone for, in that neighborhood, they probably could have gotten rent for maybe $1,200 to $1,500 per month. So, I mean, that's very scary situation. And to top it off, the gentleman in Atlanta now has to hire an attorney because the burden of proof is now on him that the quitclaim deed that was presented to the Mecklenburg County, that was not his signature. That deed has to have a notarized signature, but obviously these scammers found some scam artist notary to notarize the document as well. So, but now this guy's going to have to spend probably thousands of dollars to prove to the court system that this was a fraudulent conveyance. So I don't know how that's all going to turn out and what type of time and money it's going to take to get all that unraveled and for him to have his Charlotte second home or vacation home back in place. But this brings up a couple of points that I want to talk about in terms of DDT real estate and owning inherited homes or a second home, or maybe there's a home where you had an aging parent that had to move out because of health reasons. So my point is this house in Fountain Grove and others that are susceptible to this type of scam are usually vacant homes. There's no activity going on. These scammers know that. They probably cased this property for probably weeks and basically saw that that either the grass wasn't cut regularly or there's no activity in terms of people going in and out of the house. So that made the house a target. So my second point is, if you have a home, either an inherited home or maybe a family home where you had an aging parent move out, you try and make a decision in terms of what you're going to do with that property. Either sell it, by contacting a professional home buyer like myself at DDT Real Estate, or maybe you need to rent the property out. But you do need to do something with that property so it doesn't become susceptible to this type of scam. Like, I don't want to make it seem like this is like a prevalent situation, but it's one that you certainly need to be concerned about. So if you have that type of property where it's just sitting vacant and maybe it needs repairs, or you got family members and they can't decide how to dispose of the property, really take that under advisement. This whole story about this housing scam with this guy in Atlanta that had this $300,000 house sold from underneath him for $9,000. If it was your family property or your inherited property, how soon would you find out about the situation? Have you contacted neighbors and know that, hey, please call me if you see any activity at my family home? Actually, the same thing happened to the mayor of Davidson, North Carolina. Davidson's another exclusive community. Homes there range anywhere from $300,000, $500,000. The actual mayor of Davidson, he and his sister had a family estate, again a vacant house, that was probably worth about $2 million, where someone claimed again to buy the deed, fraudulently conveyed the property with a quitclaim deed, and actually moved in and refused to move out. And again, the rightful owners had to spend good time, good money on attorneys and so forth to get that whole situation squared away. So again, I implore you, if you own an inherited house, or you have a family home situation because you've had an aging parent move out for health reasons, don't let that property sit for an indefinite period of time. Make a decision on what you're going to do. If you have questions or concerns, or you want to talk to someone here at DDT, give us a call. Again, our phone number is 704-659-5199, or reach out to us on our website at www.ddtrealestate.com. Thank you and take care.